pendulum swings either way in a matter of 48 hours. What was the big difference here beyond the obvious power play numbers in terms of the grit and what happened in the trenches for your club tonight?
Well, clearly our execution offensively today was on, and that helps the power play. When you're moving it around like that, you're giving yourself some high-end chances, and we finished them. So that was clearly the difference. We knew it was a big game for our team, and I thought we started off the game a little bit tentative, probably cognizant of just how much the game meant to us, and took us a little while to settle into the game from there. I thought once we did, I thought we were real good. Power play obviously is going to get a lot of attention, and deservedly so for how well it executed today, but I thought just without the puck, particularly once we got through that first 5 minutes, we were really, really good today. Defended really strong, didn't give up really anything, so a real nice job by our guys.
Dermott loses a stick, I think, midway through the first. Antoine has to make a great save, otherwise it's 2-0 and things might have really been difficult. He's been very consistent for you, hasn't he?
Yeah, Beebs has been excellent. He's found his groove here and really established himself within this series for us. So he's just continued on with the way that he finished the season and the way he played last round, and we're really happy for him, and it's nice to have him in that groove. And it's also nice we've got Sparksy that's kept a good attitude through this because he's also played well.
Johnson, and what do you think of the nasty tone the game took at times tonight?
Well, Johnson, we went off to the hospital and got to get some tests and get evaluated over there. He wasn't, he was able to, I didn't see him, but from what I was told from the doctors that he was, conscious and talking and all that, but didn't remember a whole lot of the incident or anything else after that. So there's obviously cause for concern there. In terms of the hit, I mean, that's the worst kind of hit that there is in the game today. So the league, I'm sure, is going to have a look at that. I know they've established a precedent for a hit like that earlier this season with a 12-game suspension. I suspect our player is going to be out of the series, and I suspect theirs will be as well, if not more than that.
Are you surprised things turned the way they did? It's been a pretty intense series, but it hasn't crossed the line, really.
Well, it's just when every game's been so tight, you can't cross the line. There's no time for that. All of a sudden, the game gets stretched a little bit, and everybody wants to be a little more aggressive and taking a little chance, and their guy comes in looking for a huge hit, and our guy moves out of the way and he makes sure he gets a piece of him. So those kind of things happen, and what have you from there. Like I said, the game gets out of hand in terms of the scoreboard, and two teams that have been playing hard against each other, maybe getting a little frustrated or taking their shots at guys that they've been kind of holding on to all series to this point. So that's just kind of hockey. Unfortunate that the refs, I thought, did a good job of dealing with it, and we got out of the game without any further injuries.
What do you think of Zach Hyman doing what he did? I'm sure he hasn't fought at this level, and I'm not sure how often prior to.
Well, you know what? It's an interesting thing. Zach Hyman had no interest in going over there to fight. He's just going over there to kind of acknowledge the fact that it was a dirty hit and have a word with the guy. And as it turns out, their guy's more interested in fighting. His gloves come flying off. He throws the first 3 punches before Zach even knows he's in a fight. And hockey being what it is, somehow we come out of that with an instigator. It's just a terrible, terrible rule in the way that they look at that and the way they deal with that situation. So now not only do we have a player that's unconscious and has to leave the game, now we have another player we lose for 17 minutes, and somehow we're only getting a 3-minute power play out of it. So it's really, really tough situation. It's a funny rule. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
You mentioned a good meeting with the power play yesterday. Can you be a bit more specific? Like what happened to turn the execution around tonight?
Well, it's just a meeting, not anything different than what we do all the time. So I don't want to sit here and say we had any sort of magical solution and we fixed everything yesterday. It's just, we need to execute better, need to make plays and move the puck well. And today we did. And you know what? There's, again, a power play, a lot of attention for not executing. Just, in my eyes, we got one power play goal with Nylanders there the other night, and probably could have had a few more if we get a little bit more luck. Today, we had some luck. Pucks bounced our way, and our guys executed and put into the net. So, really, that's really the only difference. But our guys were obviously dialed in, and we put a lot of emphasis on the power play yesterday. But most importantly, our guys just wanted to be difference makers today, and they were.